MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Ought to be a good one here between the Miami Marlins and the Chicago Cubs. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Yu Darvish will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Digging in, Jonathan Villar, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First delivery to him on the way. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball.
First pitch, 120.
The 0-1 pitch.
Oh, that's it.
Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, man, nothing they'd like to do more than to salvage this one, D-Row. After this one, they go on the road for a 7-game road trip, so big to get this win here today.
Yeah, last game in front of the home folks before you go out for a week. This is a big one. They're going to get it done.
Shorts and T-shirts, the order of the afternoon. 92 degrees here at first pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan Villar.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball is carrying. That just wasn't a good enough pitch to hit.
Full count, 3-2. And the payoff pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Tip your cap if you're the pitcher right there. That was a great battle. Couple of tough pitches. Offensive player able to work himself deep into the count. Pitcher on the attack. But chalk one up for the offense on that.
Ready now, George Springer. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
D-Row, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
And this one's in the dirt. And that'll hurt as the runner will move into scoring position now.
And I think that's the case of the pitcher being a little too preoccupied with the speed at first. He lost focus on making the pitch and throws an absolute scud. The irony, of course, is the runner's now on second, and he didn't even have to steal.
The 2-0. Popped him up. Rizzo ranging into shallow right. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Batting third, the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's Nolan Arenado. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. First pitch of the at-bat. Low for ball 1. Runner breaks for third. Pitch misses low. The throw down is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
You know, I was pretty surprised to see him on the move to third because it didn't seem like he had that much of a lead, but he made it work out. That was really impressive.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Fouled off. Yr takes his lead at third with one away. Liner toward right center. Catch made here in medium deep right center, and the runner's breaking from third. And not in time as the run scores.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
Stepping up now, David Peralta. First at bat for him here, and he enters play 7th in the National League in round trippers.
When you're drawing up plans for your club in spring training, you'd love to have pop and power from your corner outfield spots, and they certainly have that in this guy right here.
First pitch on its way. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is a fastball that's right on the black but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now. 2-1 after the foul ball there. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. So a full count now. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
That is the first baseman.
Here's Howie Kendrick. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average.
What a terrific season this guy's having. Up near the leaders in batting average, without a doubt the highest average and the best hitter on this team.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. He'll go to Baez at second for the force, and that ends the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Marlins lead it 1-0. James Paxton gets the ball for Miami in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
With Merrifield next to bat. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here it comes. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal the series right here.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Grounded weakly to the right side. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Batting second, the left fielder, Bryant.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball. Ball and a strike. One and two now as that one's fouled off. One out, nobody on. He takes strike three called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away. Stepping into the box, Javier Baez. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s. First pitch coming, here it is.
Ball one.
In his career, Baez is slugging north of 480, which puts him among some of the best power hitters in the game in that category. Fastball laid off well below the knees. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez. Two out, nobody on. Cutter, and that's a called strike two. Two balls, two strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here? And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike three, and that will retire the side. Cubs are down in order. It remains 1-0. Digging in, Marcell Ozuna, showing some definite confidence at the plate right now, and his recent numbers are reflecting that. From the stretch. Upper part of the zone there, but taken for a strike. And it's quickly 0-2. Here's the pitch. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Trevor Story steps in now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He enters play with 14 home runs to his credit this year. The 1-0. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. So bases are empty here with two gone, and that'll bring Williams Astudillo into bat. He's set. Here it comes. And he takes ball one. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. Astudillo is really a well-balanced hitter. That doesn't seem to matter whether he's facing a right-hander or a lefty. He makes a lot of loud contact either way, which is quite rare in today's game.
Yeah, you can tell this guy really pays attention, puts time in the cage, studies the video, seems to always have a game plan.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Miami down in order. He played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. 2 hits in 8 tries for the series.
First baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Here comes the first pitch. The 1-0.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field, into the bleachers, and gone. Solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. 12 home runs for him now thus far. And the Cubs are back to even now at 1 run apiece.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in the game.
To the plate now, Kyle Schwarber. Bouncer to the left side. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
The second baseman, Nico Horner.
Now in the box, Nico Horner. He's been feeling pretty good about things recently as you see the numbers over his past 10 contests. Here's the first pitch to him. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is Springer. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Standing in, Nolan Jones will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he lays off for ball 1. One pitch and a nice call for the change. It's 1-2.
Hey, nice job of bouncing back after the leadoff homer. 2 quick outs after the bomb, and he's got a chance to get out of this.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Paxton peers in. 2-2 on its way.
You got a full count.
When a pitch is close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
Now the 3-2 pitch. There's ball 4.
Batting 8, the catcher.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring up the catcher, Josh Fegley. From the belt, the pitch, and that's inside for a ball. 1-0.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
2 out with the man at first. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. Two and 2 to the Cubs catcher. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now. 3-2.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, run first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home. Line towards center field. Springer is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. The Cubs get a run courtesy of Anthony Rizzo. We've played 2, all even at 1 apiece. So digging in now, Yasiel Puig to show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. No balls and a strike to count. Here's the 0-1.
Nope, that's down.
Puig with a big swing, but he got out in front a bit too much, and this is a foul ball. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. Here now the 2-2. High in the air out to center field. Center fielder giving chase, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Striding in, Jonathan Villar. First pitch on its way. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first. Not particularly graceful there, and as a result, he'll be slapped with an E4 on the play. So a runner on first with 1 out now, and former World Series MVP George Springer bats next. Throw over to the bag, and a dive, but he's back in there. He's set, and the pitch. Comes at him with the slider there, and he gets the strike. Pitch out, nothing doing. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. Now a throw over, a dive, but he's back. And there he goes towards second. A pitch out, the throw, and boy, even a pitch out can't slow him down. He's in there at second base.
I'm not sure what else the defense could have done there. They pitched out and the throw was pretty good, but they still couldn't cut him down. You kind of just have to hope he gets a bad jump.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. And it's fouled away. Popped him up. Fegley is there. And he makes the catch for the second out. Now at the plate, Nolan Arenado. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one. Arenado, the former Colorado Rocky. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. One error in the inning, but it doesn't hurt him. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. All tied at 1-1.
Welcome back as the Cubs look to get their bats going here in the 3rd inning, and you can say they've been trying to do that pretty much all year. One coach told me before the game, there are certainly plenty of areas for us to improve offensively, but first and foremost, we need to start by putting the ball in play more often. There's too much swing and miss in our game. And the stats do back that up, as they currently rank near the bottom of the league in strikeouts, so that appears to be an area of emphasis going forward, guys.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Leading off.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping into the box, Adam Eaton. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Weak grounder down the first baseline. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Now back.
Whit Merrifield next to hit. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch.
0-1.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. In the air now, out to right field. Puig's got a read on it. 2 down.
Now batting.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And into bat next, former National League MVP Chris Bryant. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
That's a ball. Ball 1, no strike.
2 out, nobody on. And he watches one split the middle here, 1-1.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
1-1. Base hit into right center.
In today's game, with so many shifts being deployed on a day-to-day basis, for a batter to stay tall and drive a backdoor breaking ball the other way fires me up.
And that brings up Javi Baez. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side.
This is why pitching is so difficult. You're cruising along to give up a hit. Now you've got to lock in and get this middle part of the order done.
Paxton comes set. Here's the 0-1. Now a half swing here on the pitch inside, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the home plate umpire. Strike 2. Has a look, now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Cubs strand 1 through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Start of the fourth upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Stepping in, David Peralta. He's hitless in the first 2 games of the series, 0 for 8. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Hey!
Here's the 0-1. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Waiting on deck is Howie Kendrick. Count still full, 3-2. Line shot to first, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Howie Kendrick.
So stepping in, Howie Kendrick. Kendrick waiting, now the pitch.
Great pitch right there. That is a huge breaking ball. Not shocked he took it. Got to calibrate that one for a second.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2. So 2 are gone now in the Miami fourth, and that'll bring up the big RBI bat of Marcell Ozuna. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. A high strike there, and it's 1-1.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
1-1. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Again, he sends it out of play. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The 1-2. Popped him up. Corner is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Nothing across here this half. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. All tied at 1-1. Ready to go in the bottom of the fourth. Now the Cubs' 4-hole hitter, Anthony Rizzo. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
In the last at-bat, that breaking ball he hit for the home run, that was one of those meatball ones. A cement mixer, just kind of floated up there. I'm not so sure that they're going to go back to the breaking ball here. And if they do, better location is definitely needed.
The 1-0. And right into the shift, but a foul ball. 1-1. Now here's the pitch. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd, with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
The batter, the designated hitter.
So 1 away here in the Chicago 4th, and next it'll be the left-handed power threat Kyle Schwarber. First pitch on its way. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. And there's a line drive, base hit to left field. Around first, digging for 2. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
And this might be the kind of AB that gets him out of that slump. Smart hitting here, just going with the pitch, using the whole field instead of trying to do too much. The results speak for themselves.
Standing in now, Nico Horner, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. The 1-0 home finds the zone, strike 1. The 1-1. And this one gets away. And he's going to make it into third base now, as I believe that'll be scored as a wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Rounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. And another foul ball. Pitch is swung on and hit toward VR at second. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Really good job of putting the ball in play right there. Even though it wasn't a base hit, it does bring the go-ahead run for his team.
Now to the plate, Nolan Jones. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. Paxton steps into his windup. Here comes the first pitch. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
As we take a look at the pitch count, you can see that it's not that high, but you have to wonder maybe if the heat is taking it out on this guy a little bit. The weather can be the great equalizer, especially when the temps are starting to rise like this.
At the plate, Josh Fegley, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here comes the 1-0. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
To 2-2 now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning.
2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. We played 4 full. The Cubbies are in front 2-1.
Leading off for the Marlins, the shortstop, Trevor Story.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The cutter runs outside. Ball 1. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. And he fouls this one off. Now the 2-1 on the ground to third. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting.
Settling in now, Williams Astudillo. He flew out in his last at bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Next to bat will be Yasiel Puig. A shot down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Comes set. Now the pitch. Fifth inning. 2-1 our score. And this is a strike 3 call. Whoa, caught a break there. 2 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Jonathan Villar is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter. Sliced hard down the left field line. And this is going to be a fair ball heading out toward the 355 sign on the ivy. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
Yeah, it's always nice to get a run right back after you've given one up to the guys in the other dugout. So he squares this thing up really well to drive in a run and ties us up at 1.
George Springer the next to hit, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The set and the 1-0. And he pops it up. And that's going to get the job done. It's a base hit. Throw into second. Throw to second, but he's in there as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
third baseman.
And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here.
And that'll bring in Nolan Arenado. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
With runners in scoring position this season, Arenado hits a little over the 270 mark. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And he misses with it, 1-1. For the current campaign, Arenado enters the day with a slugging percentage in the 460s, a number he can be proud of. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at-bat. One might be coming right here.
Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. The 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Center fielder giving chase. And he's able to get there on the long run. And he covered a lot of ground there as the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Marlins 3 and the Cubs 2. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Leading off.
Thank you, Heidi.
The right fielder, Adam Eaton.
The pitch. Hard hit at third. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Hey, this guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
Merrifield.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and Whit Merrifield will dig in at the plate. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first, and the runner will get back standing. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. (0-1). Here it comes. Behind 0-2 now. 5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Merrifield behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
The 1-2 is fastball taken high for a ball. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Peralta arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. So a runner at first with 1 out now, and that'll bring up Chris Bryant.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what is he doing? He shows up, Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there. Now the throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. One out and a runner on second base. And he falls behind 0-2. Working for the punch out and the offering.
Talk about frustrating as a pitcher. You make a great pitch like that, the guy just lays off of it. That barely missed the zone.
The 1-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
The 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Batter number 9.
Here's Javier Baez as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First delivery to him on the way. Starts him out with a cutter and he gets him to swing through at 1 strike.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Comes set, the 0-1.
Nope, that's a ball.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Down the left field line and deep. And that's going to land foul. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Ready for another shot now, David Peralta. He'll begin things here against Yu Darvish.
Peralta.
From the stretch.
That's a
Ball
ball.
1.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
Here comes the 1-0. Lifted the other way to left center. Bryant is there and he makes the catch for the out. Coming to the plate now, Howie Kendrick. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while. Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
And there's a swing and a miss by Kendrick as he falls behind now 0-2. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
And that'll bring in Marcell Ozuna as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Three-two's our score here in inning number 6. Now a ball lined to the left side. but foul. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the second time today. 1-2-3 go the Marlins. They're up 3-2. Anthony Rizzo will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. First pitch on its way. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The windup and the 0-1. Well off the plate with the change of pace. That's ball 2. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
Great situation right here. Leading off the inning, you gotta find a way to get on base any way possible. But I don't like to take the aggression away from hitters. If it's in your zone.
And hold on now, that's a fair ball down the left field line. Should be at least a double. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
He just smoked this ball right down the line. Take a look here. Hard to tell if it was fair or foul in real time, but you could see it flies right over the bag. Ump was all over it and made a great call.
At the plate now, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Ready with the 0-1. There's the knuckle curve laid off. 1-1. And breaking ball's bounced out towards second. Scooped up, and a good throw gets him 1 gone. So striding in, Nico Horner, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And the tying run is in to score from third.
Hey, D-Roy, I think we got a case right now. This team, they're just feasting on a pitcher that he's given up some runs, and it looks like he's starting to get a little bit tired, leaving some of these pitches up in the zone.
Yeah, and I think there's a fight at the bat rack right now. Guys are licking their chops, knowing he's a little bit tired. Going to leave stuff over the middle of the plate. Won't be surprised to see the bullpen get going.
Into the box, Nolan Jones. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. And I believe he broke the plane of the plate there. He most certainly did. It's a ball and a strike. 3-3 our score with a man on at first and 1 away. Weak roller right side. Reined in. 1 there, but 1's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
Took a pretty long time for the shortstop to receive the ball that time. So that gave the runner plenty of time to bear down on him and take him out. Hopefully everyone's okay down there.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that'll bring up the catcher, Josh Fegley. Paxton comes set. Here's his offering. Ball 1. Runner on first, 2 away, all tied at 3 apiece. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
You know, I think his mechanics are starting to betray him a little bit. He's really lost the strike zone, and when that's the case, something is usually off at his delivery.
The 3-0 pitch, and a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4, and as a result that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Well, now the Miami manager's up out of the dugout and on his way out to the mound, and we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave with a couple of runners aboard that are his responsibility, meaning he'd be happy to get out of here with a no decision. Jose Arena trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
Number 62, Jose Arena.
Adam Eaton will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 2 away. Looking to minimize the damage here. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Two balls and no strikes.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
The 2-0. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Digging in, Whit Merrifield, one of the bigger spots in the ball game so far. Base is juiced now with 2 away. Here's the first pitch to him. That's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. 7th inning coming up, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Trevor McGill is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Trevor Story. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First delivery to him on the way. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
A pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
A little bit outside. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
That'll bring in Williams Astudillo.
As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Now here it comes. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. 1 out, nobody on. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not hitting over 300 by luck. He really knows the strike zone and his own strengths. That last take is a great example.
Swing and a miss got him reaching. Fegley goes to get it. He makes the throw to first. 2 down. At the plate, Yasiel Puig. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Now here it comes. Here's a fastball upstairs. 1-0.
1-0.
And he misses again. 2-0.
2 outs here, and the focus needs to stay sharp. You don't want that lineup turning over in an inning if you can help it.
Now a big swing by Puig, and he got a lot of this one out to deep left field. Off the LED board and gone. A solo home run off the bat of Yasiel Puig. 6th home run on the season for him as they take the lead 4-3.
Yeah, and you could see he just made a mistake. He was cruising in the 7th, getting the first 2 outs, but then he offered up one that caught a little bit too much of the plate. This one got up and out of here, ruining what looked like a good appearance out of the bullpen.
In now, Jonathan Villar, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. The 1-0 home. Misses for the second ball.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Now the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on a base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over.
Ladies and gentlemen,
1 for the Marlins on the solo shot. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's now 4-3 Miami. Here's Chris Bryant now. And Dan, he and his fellow top-of-the-order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. They just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. That one is out of here. This game is tied.
Big time at bat right there. Team trailing, and he ties it up with a bomb. Interested to see how this one finishes out.
So now to the plate, Javier Baez, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop.
Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Now batting, the first baseman, Anthony.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And that brings in Anthony Rizzo. He's set. Here it comes. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And again a throw and a dive, but he's back. He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
No offer at that one, and the count moves to 2-2 now on the Cub first baseman. Slapped hard the opposite way, but gloved by the third baseman for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Kyle.
Striding forward now is the DH, Kyle Schwarber. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at-bat right here. The double play is
a dive, and he knocks it down. And the recovery throw is too late, and there are 2 on with 1 away now.
Wow, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
David Robertson takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame.
Robertson.
Stepping in now, Nico Horner, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Swinging a soft liner, but this is pulled in by the shortstop. In now, Nolan Jones.
The third baseman, Nolan Jones.
Here comes the first pitch.
Nope. That's inside.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. 1-1 the pitch. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Robertson is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when a game's on the line.
Three and one, here it is. 2 down, runners at first and second. And that misses for ball 4. So the potential go-ahead run moves over to third now.
Catcher number 4.
So in now for Chicago, Josh Phegley. And he hasn't quite had the same fortune at the plate as many of his teammates. No hits for him so far. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
The 0-1 offering. And that misses 1-1. One and one. Here it is. Swings through it for strike number 2.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
Popped him up. Astudillo waits on it. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around to score. But the Cubs draw even thanks to this solo home run. We're through 7 this afternoon, and we are tied 4-4. Here's George Springer, and this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
Here's the first pitch to him. Set to deliver the 0-1. Now a breaking ball, but it's low. And it's 1-2.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
Pitch on the way. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 2-2 one more time. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Merrifield is right there, 1 down. Now at the plate, Nolan Arenado has got an RBI despite an 0-for-2 effort to this point. pitch on the way. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Center fielder on the run, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he is into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Now batting, left fielder,
and time will be called here, as with the important go-ahead run at second base, they'll opt to go and get a little more speed out there. To the plate now, David Peralta, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. One and 0 pitch on the way. Fouled away. In there, 1 and 2 now. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with one away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Grounded up the first baseline. Rizzo is there, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Up next for Miami, Howie Kendrick. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Going to have to make something happen with 2 strikes now. Ready with the 1-2. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and he sets him down for out number 3. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. And we are tied 4-4. Miguel Rojas has come into the ballgame now as he takes over as the new third baseman.
Now playing third base, number 19.
Adam Eaton digging in next. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First delivery to him on the way. And a high strike there, 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Popped him up. Story backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
Now batting, center fielder.
So 1 gone here in the Chicago 8th, and with Merrifield will dig in at the plate. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
He's had to be sitting out over that outer half of the plate. For him to take those first 2 pitches right there, finds himself 0-2. I'll be surprised if the pitcher doesn't go right back to that spot.
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Two and two.
2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count, 2-2, and he's able to find the knockout there.
Into the box now, Chris Bryant. A pitch out. And even a pitch out can't do the trick. He's in there at second.
I'm not sure what else the defense could have done there. They pitched out and the throw was pretty good, but they still couldn't cut him down. You kind of just have to hope he gets a bad jump.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. A ball and a strike now to Bryant. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Has a look, now the pitch. Fouled off. And it's fouled away. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, he has nobody to blame but himself. With 1 out, a runner on third can come home to score all sorts of ways. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. And this is taken here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's allowed into his 8th inning of work.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
So we've got runners at the corners here, 1 away, and with it comes Javi Baez to the plate. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. First pitch cut of it's by him for strike 1. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. This one's outside. Quite a bit off the plate that time.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
Now the 2-1 pitch is in there for the second strike. We're in the 8th inning now of a 4-4 ball game. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and a big out there as the go-ahead run stays at third with 2 gone now.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Archie Bradley enters here looking to get the final out before the 9th inning. Anthony Rizzo will be the first one to greet him now, as he'll do so with runners at the corners and 2 out in the inning. Has a look, now the pitch. And he fouls this one off. Runners on first and third, 2 away. right side. He'll get to this one deep in the hole. On to first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a good opportunity as that ends the inning. Cubs and a couple. Score remains tied at 4.
Leading off for the Marlins, the designated hitter, Ozuna.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Craig Kimbrell comes on now, and he's just hoping to keep this thing tied. No save opportunity here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Off we go in the ninth as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Two and 0 to the Marlins designated hitter in this one. And it looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. Now the 2-0 is swung on and missed, strike 1. 2-2 to Marcell Ozuna.
Go to that well one more time. He's been late on the first 2.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop, Trevor Story. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A ball and a strike to Trevor Story. Kimbrell, originally from the state of Alabama. This is his 12th season in the big league, so he's put together a really nice career to this point.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Makes him swing and miss on a ball out of the zone for strike 2.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
The 1-2 misses, ball 2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
Shin high fastball that time, ball 3.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
The 3-2 pitch. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
At the plate, Williams Astudillo. There's 1 away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Here's the first pitch. Pitch misses the throw down. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
The 1-0.
One ball, one strike.
Pickoff move to second, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with one away. In the dirt, and now let's see. Throw goes to third, and it's too late as he's in there. Now the 2-1. Popped him up. Rizzo over to his left. 2 gone. Digging in and looking for more. Yasiel Puig. And he bats in a big spot here. Go ahead run at third. 2 men out.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs. In my opinion, there is no one in this bullpen that relishes a moment like this on the mound other than this guy. It looks like he feeds off the challenge of pitching in tight games.
Fouled away. Strikes him out on a good pitch, so 1 run can win it as we head to the bottom of the inning. 1 left for Miami. This game's all tied at 4. Next will be the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber. Head-to-head numbers against Archie Bradley. He's gone 5 for 13. He also has 1 home run. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
1-0.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. 2-0.
Ball 2.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Now the pitch. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now. Count remains full. The 3-2 one more time. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. And there's 1 away. Digging in once again, Nico Horner. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. First pitch of the at-bat. A ball and no strikes. 1 out, nobody on. And this one's too far inside, ball 2. Knuckle curve misses, and he can't buy a strike here. 3-0. Nolan Jones waits on deck. And this is nowhere close, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
Whoa, you know a pitcher is really fighting himself when he misses a zone by that much. I'm surprised the catcher could even bring that in.
Ready once again, Nolan Jones. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Here's the first pitch. And this is low, ball one. Possible winning run on first, one man away. Back up the middle. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And the recovery throw is too late, and there are two on with one away now.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dero, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Striding into the box, Josh Phegley. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Here's the first pitch. And that misses inside 1-0.
Ooh, he's really in trouble, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. This guy needs to find the strike zone in the worst way.
The 1-0. High and deep down the left field line. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 1-1 pitch. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
In now is Adam Eaton. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. He's set. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at one in the dirt. Astudillo has it. And that ends the inning. Cubs strand a couple. Still all square at 4 apiece. So the lineup flips over and digging in.
Hey, it's never easy scoring runs against a closer, but this lineup is setting up perfectly right now as the leadoff hitter leads off this inning.
Keala takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings.
Number 35, Keone Keala.
Now the pitch. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
The 1-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Lays off, and it's 3-0. And now pitch on the way. And possibly an interesting development here. It's a leadoff walk to begin the frame in extra innings.
He's really struggled with his command in this game, no doubt about it. But to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
Coming to the plate now, George Springer. Go ahead run at first, nobody out. Before the delivery, a check on that go ahead run at first. And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Here's the first pitch. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher throws 4 balls in a row, that next pitch you could get super greedy right down the middle.
The 0-1. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Now a move over to first, and he's back easily. Go ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in, jam, sandwich.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. Merrifield is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1. At the plate, Miguel Rojas. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Here's the first pitch.
Oh, that's it.
Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Curveball, and he's losing it a little here. It's 3-0. David Peralta will be next. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. The 3-1 pitch. That's a strike to throw down. Is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. Now the 3-2 pitch. He loses him on ball 4.
Now batting, left fielder.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, David Peralta, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Here's the first pitch. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Lifted the other way to left center. Bryant will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. Into the box now, Howie Kendrick. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
Here's the first pitch. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
2 balls and a strike.
I don't blame the batter for pulling the trigger right there. Those fastballs light up your eyes, and you can occasionally do damage with them, but he wasn't able to catch up with that one.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
He's set the payoff pitch. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. One more look at the full extension catch that strands 2 men on the base paths. A chance to win it now as we head to the bottom of the 10th, still tied. Ryan Stanek comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning.
55, Ryan Stanek.
Digging in, Whit Merrifield. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat.
The center fielder, Whit Merrifield.
First delivery to him on the way. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
One and one, here it is. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Now the 2-1 pitch is laid off of down and in.
Well, that's ball 3, and the Cubs right now, they're looking for base runners. Hey, they'd love to get a leadoff walk.
The 3-1. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. But Kendrick is there to pull it in, and there's your first out. Into the box now, Chris Bryant. It was a walk in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing.
Oh. 2-0. Didn't get the call there, but you can't let that bother you. You just have to say, so what, and make another good pitch.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1.
Plain to see right there that the manager's sticking up for his hitter, making sure that that strike zone gets a little bit tighter. It's tough to cover both sides of the plate, and they both want that strike zone to be shrinked up a little bit.
Now the 2-1 pitch will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. And right into the shift. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Javier Baez. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
He's set and the pitch.
0-1, no strike.
Ready with the 1-0.
2 balls, no strike.
2 tough sliders right there, but he was able to lay off him. Might have bought himself a fastball in this situation.
Here's the 2-0. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count.
Well, he was definitely trying to end it with one swing at a bat right there, leaving nothing to the imagination. That's the problem sometimes. Everyone wants to be a hero in extra innings instead of just getting on base and playing it like another inning.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential winning run is aboard at first.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He's looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game here. Here's the first pitch. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. 1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. One and one the pitch. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. Just keeping him close. Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least 1 more. 1 left for the Cubs. Score remains tied at 4. Brad Wick takes the mound to start the 11th inning.
Chicago Cubs, number 38.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. A hat trick already to his credit in this one, so he's looking to avoid the dreaded golden sombrero here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Little hesitation right there by the batter. It was great execution by the pitcher down and away. But that looked like a late swing. Could have been sitting on something else.
0-2. Here it is. Popped him up. Fegley moving to his left. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Into the box, Trevor Story. It was a walk in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Bryant is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Williams Astudillo. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. First pitch of the at-bat.
Count 1-0.
2 out, nobody on. And he popped him up. Baez onto the grass, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
Now the 0-2 pitch.
I got to count 1 and 2.
He's got to find a way to grab some composure out there and not let this inning get away from him. He was dominating, and now he goes out and gives up a 2-out single and then almost drills a guy. Get back in the zone.
And he strikes him out here for out number 3, so after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. Marlins leave 1. This game's all tied at 4. Corey Dickerson is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right.
Now playing right field, number 23, Corey.
Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Kyle Schwarber. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Leading off for the Cubs, the designated hitter, Kyle.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee-high. Nasty diving out of the zone.
I'm set with the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
The batter, number 2.
So coming to the plate, Nico Horner. First delivery to him on the way. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land untouched. Didn't stay on top of the slider that time as it misses high. Now the 1-1 pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Soft grounder left side. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now
Now batting, Nolan Jones. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Oh, that's off the plate.
That misses. 2-0.
2-0.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Went after the high one there. A swing and a miss.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
Looked like he got fooled on the speed there. 2-2. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. 11 innings in the books now, and we are tied 4-4. Back to the top of the Miami lineup now, and stepping in, Jonathan Villar. It was a walk in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him.
That's the ball.
Now a bunt attempt here. The 1-1 home. Liner toward right center. And this is going to get down for what should be extra bases. And there's your potential go-ahead run. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
Up next for the Marlins.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
At the plate now, George Springer. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. And looking to improve on a 1 for 5 effort so far. Now Springer belts one, carrying well out to left. And they take the lead. It's gone. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. And it's now 6-4.
That's a great job by the hitter right there. Extra innings, breaks the tie up. That's not an easy thing to do.
Arodys Vizcaíno, a right-hander standing 6 foot even, will take over the pitching duties here.
Number 39, Arodys Vizcaíno. Now batting, the third baseman, Miguel.
Standing in now, Miguel Rojas. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. He drew a base on balls his first time up. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes. No outs, nobody on. Fouled off. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Rizzo was there. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, David Peralta. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. From the stretch, here's the pitch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Hey, that's a well-executed pitch right there. That might have started middle, but you saw it breaking away to that outer part of the zone. This left-handed batter right here has got two decisions to make. Is he going to ground out to second base all day, or is he going to drive the ball the other way?
A count of 1 ball, 1 strike to David Peralta. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Hit down the line at first, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Now the pitch. Chopped toward the second baseman. He's got it, and that's the second out. So striding forward now, Howie Kendrick attempting to, as they say, get off the schneid here. 0 for 5 so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
1-0.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
This right-handed pitcher, his bread and butter is that two-seamer, and he loves to throw it inside.
Two out, nobody on. One and one now the count to the Marlins first baseman. Kendrick waiting. Now the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Merrifield is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. And now we'll see if what's left of this crowd can rally their troops. Bottom of the 12th inning coming up. It's the Marlins 6 and the Cubs 4. Kirby Yates enters from the pen now as they've saved their closer until this deep into extra innings. The next Cub up, Josh Fegley. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
From the stretch. This one's outside. Quite a bit off the plate. Late that time. Ian Happ will come on now as the pinch hitter.
Pinch hitting for the Cubs, number 8, Ian Happ.
And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate here as that misses. Yates, born in the Aloha state of Hawaii. He was taken in the 26th round back in 2005.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
The 2-1 home.
count. It's 3-1.
Yates has tossed over 30 innings so far this season with a dominant sub-3 ERA, good by anybody's standards. There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
And the winning run will reach. It's a leadoff walk to start the home half here in extra innings.
Now batting, right fielder.
Striding in once again, Adam Eaton, who represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it, so he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
First offering on its way. The 0-1. No offer at that one. It's a cold strike. 0-2. Here it comes.
Nope. That's inside.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
Popped him up. VR is there for it. He's got it one away. So a runner at first now with one away, and Whit Merrifield will dig in at the plate.
Merrifield.
From the belt, kicks and deals. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball one. Runners on first with one down. Outside, 2-1. From the stretch. This is skied into short left center. After it is Peralta. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. So it's a runner at first with two men out. And into bat next, former National League MVP Chris Bryant. He's set. Here it comes. And here's a fastball called for strike one. A runner on first with two away. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with two strikes.
The Cubs are down to their final strike here. And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate but could not cash in.
Man, that was definitely a hard-earned victory, but that's what's going to make it even more satisfying. They take it in 12 innings on the road, and it's all smiles now.
6-4 the outcome today. Ryan Stanek gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Kirby Yates earns the save out of the bullpen, his 27th of the campaign. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score for this afternoon. First, for the victorious